Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jagadguru, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Paramadayal Srila Gurudeva, Jaya Paramadayal Srila Gurudeva, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Patit Pavan Srila Gauranitai, Patit Pavan Srila Gauranitai, Jaya Jagannatha Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramai, Jaya Sudarshana, Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Pathagami, Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu. Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Gaura Kanai, Nimai Balai, Gaura Kanai, Jaya Nimai Balai, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jaya Radha, Shama Sundara Radha, Shama Sundara Radhe, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe, Radha Govinda Radha, Govinda Radhe, Radha Gopinath Radha, Gopinath Radhe, Radha Ramana Radha, Ramana Radhe, Radha Madhava Radha, Madhava Radhe. Ram Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Samodev Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Chaitanya Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 2nd chapter. We'll do first and second verse. Second chapter of the 4th canto. Hare Krishna Valsa Mataji. Swagatam. This Daksha curses Lord Shiva. Thank you, Anju Mataji. आप आया जान के बहुत बढ़िया हुआ. Hemangi Mataji, with all your difficult schedule, you have come. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhupada.
Keep the video on, it'll be nice. 30 seconds. See. Sometimes difficult means door open. Vidara Uvacha Bhave Shilavatam Shreshte Daksho Duhitra Vatsalaha Vide Vidvesam Akarot Kasmat Anadhrityatmajam Sati. Vidura Uvacha, Vidura said, Bhave towards Lord Shiva, Shila Batam, among the gentle, Shreshte, the best, Dakshaha, Daksha, Duhitra Vatsalaha, being affectionate towards his daughter, Vidvesam, enmity, Akarot, did exhibit, Kasmat, why, Anadritya, neglecting, Atmajam, Atmajam, his own daughter, Sati, Sati. Translation purport. Yeah, here purport. Translation. Vidura inquired, why was Daksha, who was so affectionate towards his daughter, envious of Lord Shiva, who is the best among the gentle? Why did he neglect his daughter Sati? Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In the second chapter of the fourth canto, the cause of the dissension between Lord Shiva and Daksha, which was due to a great sacrifice arranged by Daksha for the pacification of the entire universe, is explained. Lord Shiva is described here as the best of the gentle, because he is not envious of anyone. He is equal to all living entities, and all other good qualities are present in his personality. The word Shiva means all auspicious. No one can be an enemy of Lord Shiva's, for he is so peaceful and renounced that he does not even construct a house for his residence, but lives. Sound but lives underneath a tree, always detached from all worldly things. The personality of Lord Shiva symbolizes the best of gentleness. Why then was Daksha, who offered his beloved daughter to such a gentle personality, inimical towards Shiva so intensely that Sati, the daughter of Daksha and wife of Shiva, gave up her body? मतलब जी मेरा क्लास और इसने आपको बुलाया मैं अजमान में दोनों आ जाइए. What I will do the second verse also, because दो करेगा तो उसमें से कुछ कथा सुन पाएंगे हम लोग. Text 2. कष्टम चराचर गुरुम निर्वैरम शांत विग्रहम आत्मारामम कथम देष्टि जगतो दैवतम महत. कहा तू दक्षा तम, him, Lord Shiva, chara achara, the whole world, both animate and inanimate, Guru, a spiritual master, nirvairam, without enmity, shanta vigraham, having a peaceful personality, atma aramam, satisfied in himself, katham, how, dveshti, hates, jagataha, of the universe, daivatam, demigod, mahat, the great. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Lord Shiva, the spiritual master of the entire world, is free from enmity, is a peaceful personality, and is always satisfied in himself. He is the greatest among the demigods. How is it possible that Daksha could be inimical towards such an auspicious personality? Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Listen carefully. Lord Shiva is described here as Charachara Guru, the spiritual master of all animate and inanimate objects. He is sometimes known as Bhutanatha, which means the worshipable deity of the dull-headed. Bhuta is also means, Bhuta is also sometimes taken as to indicate the ghosts. Lord Shiva takes care of reforming persons who are ghosts and demons, not to speak of others who are godly. Therefore, he is the spiritual master of every one, both the dull and demoniac and the highly learned Vaishnavas. It is also stated, Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. Shambhu, Lord Shiva, is the greatest of all Vaishnavas. On one hand, he is worshipable object of the dull demons. On the other hand, he is the best of all the Vaishnavas or devotees. And he has a sampradaya called Rudra Sampradaya. Even if he is an enemy or is sometimes angry, such a personality cannot be the object of envy. So Vidura, in astonishment, asked why he was taken as such, especially by Daksha. Daksha is also not an ordinary person. He is a Prajapati in charge of fathering population. And all his daughters are highly elevated, especially Sati. The word Sati means the most chaste. Whenever there is consideration of chastity, Sati, the wife of Lord Shiva and daughter of Daksha, is considered first. Vidura therefore was astonished. Daksha is such a great man, he thought, and he is the father of Sati. And Lord Shiva is the spiritual master of everyone. How then could there possibly be so much enmity between that Sati, the most chaste goddess, could give up her body because of their quarrel? Very good. So much to discuss. Om Ajnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Apitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadhamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatha Pitam Tam Chati Chaitam Avadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagan Lalita Sri Vichakanvitam Sri Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum lange te girim, yatpatma bande, Sri Gurum Deenataranam, Sri Paramananda Madhavam, Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram, Hari Om Tat Sat, Om Shatak, Jab Tak, Acharya Bhajan. Hare Krishna. So, Anil Prabhu, so nice to see you. आप आ गए तो जान आ गया मेरा. Very good, Prabhu. Thank you. So, before we start the fourth canto, we'll just summarize what was the last section of third canto of 33rd chapter. Here, from 25th verse to 33rd verse of third canto, 33rd chapter. Lord Kapila and Devahuti, the last discussions. Lord Kapila instructs Devahuti in Sankhya Yoga, which culminates in devotional service to himself. Himself means Kapil Dev. Kapil Deva describes Devahuti, the creation, the meditation of the yogis on Vishnu, the hellish results of adverse fruitive activities, the results of sacrifices, and the pure devotional service. Devahuti concludes that the best sacrifice is chanting the holy names of Lord Krishna. Kapila Deva then leaves home. Even today, he is worshipped where he now resides in Ganga Sagara. Even now, he is meditating for good of all the three worlds. While feeling separation from her son, Kapila Deva, and meditating upon him, Devahuti practices Sankhya Yoga in Kardama Muni's opulent ashrama, becomes liberated and attains perfection. So Devahuti Mata attained perfection and Kapil Muni is in Ganga Sagara doing meditation. Now we will do just a prelude for chapter 4. Chapter 4, what the small paragraph on Daksha's sacrifice. There are two parts. One is Daksha's sacrifice, that is part 1 of 4th canto, and the part 2 is actually Dhruva, complete about Dhruva. So, about the 4th canto, first part, Yetre Dhyante Katha Mristahas Krishnaya Prashamo Yataha Nirvairam Yatra Bhuteshu No Dvego Yatra Kaschana. Whenever pure topics of transcendental world are discussed, the members of the audience forget all kinds of material anchorings, at least for the time being. Not only that, but they are no longer envious of one another, nor do they suffer from anxiety or fear. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 38th chapter, 35th verse. Dhruva Maharaj is telling that whenever you take transcendental discussions, all your problem gets solved, at least for the time being. And 4th canto, the first chapter, actually what we will be discussing is Maitreya Muni, Rishi is telling Vidura, describe the dynasty of Swayambhuva Manu, in which Lord appeared as Nara Narayana Rishi, is an incarnation. So this is the specific point of first chapter. This all Ajit Gar Prabhu and Rameswar Prabhu has completed successfully. Now chapter 2 begins. Here the core summary of the chapter 2 is Daksha offends Lord Shiva, considering him merely his son-in-law. And chapter 3 Sati begs her husband, Lord Shiva, to let her attend her father's sacrifice. Chapter 4. Neglected by her father, Sati immolates her body in a fire by yoga meditation. Chapter 5. Angered by his wife's death, Shiva creates a fearful demon Veerabhadra, who destroys the sacrifice and beheads Daksha. Chapter 6. Led by Lord Brahma, the demigods pray to Lord Shiva to allow the sacrifice to be successfully completed. Chapter 7. Daksha, who was now the head of a goat, pacifies Lord Shiva and finishes the sacrifice. The Lord Vishnu appears in the sacrificial arena. Now, chapter 8, young Dhruva stuff. We're not going to touch Dhruva. So, this is what the summarization we got. Now, I will just give a small prelude. What is happening? Lord Shiva is Achutosh. And Lord Shiva is so merciful. Lord Shiva is so kind that Lord Shiva is called Mahaishwara. And Krishna is above that Param Maheshwara. And there are other Ishwaras, like for Agni Dev, he is the Ishwara for fire god, Agni Ishwara. And for air, this Vayu Ishwara. So they are all Ishwaras. And in between Parama Ishwara and Ishwaras, there is Mahaishwara, then Maheshwara, that's Shiva. And the Jivas, they are called today, Purushottam Maharaj was telling them, but they are called mini Ishwaras. See, every one of us is like Ishwara. We think we are the Ishwara, we are the Lord, and you are Ishwara on your child. But Maharaj was joking that, but with the wife, they are not Ishwara. The wife are the Ishwaris of the Ishwara. So this was a joke, complimentary. So, many Ishwaras. So, now we are all caught up in the wrong side. Actually, nobody is Ishwara other than Krishna. Shiva Brahma has been representing in different mode of passion by Brahma and mode of ignorance by Shiva. That doesn't mean Lord Shiva is mode of ignorance. No, they are all Shuddha Sattvas. But they have been taken, advised by Krishna to take such role. So, Lord Shiva is the husband of Parvati, and Parvati is sister of Krishna, and she is Mama Maya Duratteya. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hello. रोज का ही लिंक है, रोज से अजमान का लिंक है, सेम डे. Why they call? So now Parvati is also very selfless, and Shiva is so great that he is not bothered with having house or not. He is in the smashan. He is helping the Bhuta Pretas to get them out of there, because they commit suicide, they become Bhuta Pretas. Shiva tries how they can be given a body. So wherever the pregnancy happens in the wrong time, like Hiranyakashipu, Diti went and forced her husband to do, they want to get together the wrong time, Sandhya Vela. That's why Hiranyakashipu was born. So when they do in the wrong time, Shiva will send those ghosts which are waiting for some body. Oh, become. At least you get a body. That's why those children who are born the wrong without any time selection, they will get such bodies, mentally retarded, these, that and all. So once Parvati is telling that we don't have a house, I am ruling the whole world. I am the Bahiranga Shakti of my brother. And you are my husband. And you are called Maheshwara. Material world you are ruling. Why we don't have a house? So Lord Shiva said, we will have a house. So they are doing the Graha Pravesham. They're inviting all the people. So Lord Shiva is giving a lot of charity, dana and all. So all the food is over. Husband and wife, they are not eaten. Last one, Brahmana comes. So he is eating nicely. There is hardly anything left for Lord Shiva and Parvati. All the Devi, Devtas, everybody comes and goes. So after that, Lord Shiva says, I have to give you Dakshina, Guru Dakshina. What can I give you? He said, if I ask you, will you give me? He said, I will never. If I tell yes, I will never say no. You'll get it. So he's telling, I need one very good gift. What? He's telling, this house you have done Graha Pravesham, this house you give it to me. Tatastu, Lord Shiva is giving. And Parvati Devi's face is becoming small. After so much of difficulty, one house was made. And on that day also, somebody comes and says, give me this house. How you can give? How we can ask such things? So these are all the cases, the leelas, the pastime to show that how Shiva's heart was. He was not bothered. Same thing happened to Lord Ramachandra. When Vibhishana came surrendering, he told that I am yours, Lord Ramachandra, and I have got no shelter. I want to surrender to you. And Ramachandra did not, he's a Maryada Purush. So he asked Sugriva. Sugriva said, no, no, no. Don't allow his brother of Ravana. He is a spy and he will just get all the results and he will make all of us die, like that he told. You have Angada. Angada said, don't reject like that immediately. Give him 1 month time. We'll just check. And then we'll accept to give him shelter. So then Lord Krishna, Ramchandra is asking Jambavan, what do you say? Mr. Jambavan is such a, you are from Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga. So many yugas have been traveling. He said, Lord Ramachandra Bhagavan, keep 24 hours quarantine. We will wait. The quarantine was there also. Then we'll decide. Then Ramchandra calls Hanumanji, Bajranga Bali. What is your expert opinion? He is telling, just take him now. He is coming to surrender. So anyone comes for your surrender, you cannot say no. And moreover, I have checked that Vibhishana is a super devotee of Ramachandra Bhagavan. Why? Because when I first time came from Rameswaram to Sri Lanka, at the time I was not knowing where Sita Devi is sitting. So Ashok Vatika I was not knowing. So I was just singing Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. He was singing. So when he was singing, he was just going on the road. From one house, one person is singing Rama, 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 Raja, Rama, Sita, Ram. So he went and knocked the door. Immediately Vibhishana opened the door and Hanumanji said, you are chanting Rama's name? He said, yes, I am his Bhakta. When my brother Ravana kidnapped Sita Maya, I told, don't give her any space because don't bring her because she is the wife of Vishnu. He is the wife of the controller, the Supreme Lord. So if you bring her here to keep, it will end up in calamities. All will die. He told, you don't have respect for your elder brother. You are trying to discourage me. I will banish you from my kingdom. Like that he shouted. So from that time he decided that, his Sharanagati is only Ramchandra Bhagavan. And he told Hanuman, you can go. Sita Maya stays here only. And along with her, my wife is also there. Wife is also devotee. So like that he shows. And this news has gone to Ravana. That one monkey has gone. And Vibhishana is very close with him. And he had spent his lunch and everything and gone. Like that, all the news has gone. So next day morning, Ravana comes to check up. What is his brother doing? So he comes out. He stands just near the door and sees what is he doing. So some Ram sound is coming. So he knocks the door and Vibhishana opened. Yes, Bhaiya, please come, please come. He said, what? You have written Ram, 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 Ram. And I could also hear some sound you are calling Ram, Ram, Ram. What is this? You are supporting my enemy. You are worshipping my enemy. I am your brother. You are my same father has given birth to you and me. How can you do this insult for me? So immediately Vibhishana, all the devotees are very intelligent. He says, no, Bhaiya, you understood wrongly. Actually, what I meant by Rama means, Ram means shortcut of Ravana. And Ma I put for Mandodari shortcut. So Rama means Ravana Mandodari. So I cannot write so many times. That's why I wrote Rama. He said, oh, my dear brother, I just mistook your thing. I'm very sorry. You are my very darling brother. He hugged him, Alingan Kya, and he told whole Sri Lanka, you put this Rama, Ravana, Mandodari, put. So everywhere in Sri Lanka, Ram. See how the devotee has tricked his brother. That's why everybody became a devotee of Rama. Though they were fighting for Ravana, but they were all watching Ram everywhere. Because Vibhishana wrote here in every corner of the room. So this shows how then what Ramchandra Bhagavan is immediately giving surrender to Vibhishana and says that now anybody coming to me and asking me shelter and says that I am yours, I have nobody, I'll give them shelter. Since you have come in this way, and since Hanuman is recommending, I have given you Sharanagati, and I promise you that I will give you Lanka to you. But this war, we are going to win. And after your brothers all will go. So this house will be this house, and this whole kingdom will be yours. And then immediately Rama says that even now, if your Ravana comes, I will accept him and I will surely give him kingdom. So Sugriva is asking what you will give. You already given Lanka your promise for Vibhishana. So if now Ravana also comes and fall at your feet, what will you give him? So he said, then I will give Lanka. Lanka will be with Ravana because he is the king. And since I have promised Vibhishana this, so I will give Vibhishana Ayodhya. So immediately Hanuman says, Ayodhya already promised for your younger brother Bharata. No problem. I'll give him my Vaikunta Saket Dham, where Ramchandra Bhagavan is called Saket Dham. So Saket Loka, I will give it to him. Then he's telling Sugriva, where you will stay then? I have no problem. I have got my dear Bajrangbali, Hanumanji. So Hanumanji's heart, there's place for me. I'll go and stay there. Mama mana mandire Rahunishidi Krishna Murari Sri Krishna Murari Narottam Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. They all have written that Mama mana mandire, make your mind as a temple, and day and night the Krishna should be allowed to stay there. Like that. Debanjali Mati just come. Dance soul. Very good. So, like this is how Rama is. He loves his devotees. And Shiva, he gave his house also. So, how great Shiva is. And why this fight has come between Daksha and Shiva. Actually, Daksha gives his daughter Sati, who is the most dearest daughter of Daksha. And Sati means chaste, chastity. So she is the top one of chaste lady, most chaste lady. Anasuya is also there, but Sati is here. They have written here Sati. So one day, Lord Shiva is sitting where Daksha is the ruler. So when Daksha enters the room, all the other people, ministers and all will get up, stand, honor him. But two people were sitting. One was Brahma, one was Shiva. So Daksha just went and sat in his crowned place, in the asana, and he said, when I came, everybody stands up. So Brahma is my father. So if he doesn't stand, I will not be forcing him. But Shiva, who has got no brains, he is my son-in-law, I am his father-in-law. I gave my daughter marriage for him, though he is staying in Smashan. He is staying in burial grounds, cremation ground. And he's Bhutanath. He's putting the dead people's skull in his head, snake on his neck, and very dirty. He puts vibhuti on his whole body. I don't know whether he takes bath also. I don't know why I gave my daughter. I made a mistake. And he has no respect, nothing he knows. Like that, he shouts in front of everybody. So Lord Shiva is so tolerant, he just gets up and goes away. He doesn't tell anything. And then he goes home and all his assistants, everybody is getting annoyed. And then Shiva says, don't fight and all, you come back. They all go back. When he goes back home, he will tell to Sati, this all happened. So she's little upset. And after 2 days, Daksha Prajapati is having a big yajna in his house. Like Rajaswi Yajna, big yajna. And for that he's inviting all the Devi, Devtas, everybody from different planetary systems, from Sargaloka, everywhere. So on the day of the sacrifice, Parvati ji is standing on their, Sati is standing on their terrace. And she can see big aeroplanes coming from Gandharva Loka, Kinnara Loka, Swarga Loka, Bhuvar Loka, Suvar Loka, Mahar Loka, all the big aeroplanes. So Parvati is, Sati is watching everybody going, showing hands. So some people are telling, come, your father is having big program, come. So she goes and tells Shiva that my sisters have gone, my mother is fair, only my father did wrong with you. So I will go because I don't want to miss my family. So Lord Shiva says, you should not go. When I tell you don't go, there is something behind it. She's telling, how can I leave my mother? She loves me so much. And all my sisters are showing their hands and their children. I want to go. Okay, you go. With half-heartedly, he said. And when she went there, all the sisters, they all come and just invite, and then mother also will just hug her. But when she comes, Daksha will not look at her face also. He's so much angry. He's very envious of Lord Shiva. And then she's telling, why are you insulting like this? Why don't you invite your son-in-law? He's telling, what son-in-law? He's a Bhutanath, putting snake on his head. He's very untidy. He's not, there's no Shuchi or Muchi only. He's sleeping with all the Bhutas, Pretas, and in his neck the skulls are all hanging. And he's having vibhuti on his body from the burial ground. But she says, I want a child. So he said, I have no problem. So by that time, Lord Shiva was telling, you don't go, but she said, I want to go. So he's telling, you go and you face the consequence. So without proper permission of Shiva, she went. So when she went, the father insulted and she shouted, and he said, you don't know he's a Vaishnava, Mehta Samaj, the greatest Vaishnava, and you are insulting and you are doing like this. So he's telling, he's not fit to be my son-in-law. I don't know why you married him, and I regret why he became my son-in-law. She's getting so much annoyed. He's a Vaishnava, Mehta Shambho. He's next to Lord Krishna, and you are telling like this. She's telling, I cannot go back home because I cannot show my face to my husband. He told me umpteen times, don't go, you'll get insulted. But I stayed. Now I burn myself. She creates her own energy, a fire, this one, yajna, and then she jumps. And this news goes to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is very furious. And he is making Vidarbha, Veerabhadra, will go and attack. Veerabhadra brings an axe and cuts the neck of Daksha. And the yajna is not over, still not complete. And then Brahma comes and tells Shiva, Lord, sorry, all what has been done by my son Daksha. But please give him life back and let him at least complete the full Purnahuti. So Lord Shiva immediately comes because he listens to Brahmaji. He comes, he tells the mantra, but then he says, bring some head. Whichever head you find, first bring it. So when they found a goat, they cut the goat's neck and bring. And Brahmaji just tells the mantra and with a goat neck. That's why the mantra before his head was beheaded, the Mahadurdram, Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya Namaste, is all Sanskrit and glorifying Lord Shiva. But after the neck was cut, the neck of the goat has come, the goat cannot tell the mantras. So when the mantra will be taught, his mouth will be telling in the beginning, but when it comes to the tongue, he will tell others. That means the goat will tell, Udastame, Kriyastame, Adhirastame, me, like that. That's called Chamakam. Sanskrit word will be there, but it will be completed by me. Because Daksha should tell, so Daksha's goat head will tell it, me. So then again, Brahmaji comes and falls at the feet of Shiva and then tells her, please save. So he Punarjivat. Then he will do all the yajnas and he will give full respect to Shiva. Then Lord Shiva comes and he feels bad that his wife is lost. So now what we can see is the reflection. We got the story, what happened. So the flow of the fourth canto, we'll just see what is in store. The first two cantos of the Srimad Bhagavatam are considered as the Supreme Lord's lotus feet and form a perfect prelude to the rest of the Bhagavatam. So the first two cantos are the introduction for the 12 cantos. By introducing the reader to its key philosophical concepts and prominent characters. These cantos also establish Bhakti Yoga at the topmost spiritual path and Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the fountainhead of all incarnations, many wonderful prayers by devotees and Lord's reciprocation with them, the birth of Parishit Maharaja and his activities of chastising Kali, the history of Bhagavatam, and the circumstances by which this Grantavatara made its appearance are wonderfully described. Furthermore, there are explanations of the process of creation, the Virat Rupa, the Chatushloki Bhagavatam, and finally the definition of the 10 topics of Bhagavatam. Very important. The third and the fourth cantos corresponds to the Supreme Lord's thighs and predominantly discuss the topics of Sarga and Visarga, third canto. Sarga means primary creator, Visarga means secondary creator, Brahma. The third canto describes the variegated range of topics that include creation by the Supreme Lord, subcreation by Brahma and his sons, so the third canto is a variegated range of topics that includes creation by the Supreme Lord, subcreation by Brahma and his sons, time, embryology, family life, Sankhya philosophy, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and culture, the spiritual world, the material world, and the hell. Everything is described. In the third canto, we find prominent Bhagavatam episodes like the pastimes of Lord Varaha, the description of Vaikuntha Loka, the household life of Kardama Muni and Devahuti, and their teachings by of Lord Kapila. Highlights of fourth canto is the fourth canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam is very rich in its content. It unveils the stories of admired personalities like Lord Shiva, Suniti, Dhruva, Narada, Anga, Prithu, and Prachetas, who all showed extraordinary examples of devotional service. One can also learn about the unfavorable attitudes in devotional service from the mistakes of characters like Daksha. He curses Narada. Suruchi, she gives trouble for Dhruva, who becomes a devotee. Vena is also a Rakshasa. Rakshasa in a good family. Then Indra and Prachina Barhi. So the positive transformation undergone by many of these personalities, mainly due to intervention of devotees, adds to the glory of bhakti. Furthermore, the prayers of the pure devotees, Dhruva, Prithu, and the Prachetas in this canto disclose to the reader the foremost aspiration of a devotee to hear Krishna Katha in the association of devotees by rejecting heavenly enjoyment and impersonal liberation, which are the results of the process of karma and jnana, respectively. Such prayers, once again, establish the superiority of the Bhakti Yoga. So this canto filled up with examples of many Raja Rishis like Uttanapada, Dhruva, Anga, Prithu, Prachina, Barhi, and Prachetas, who ruled the citizens with full responsibility while practicing devotional service and timely retiring in an exemplary way for spiritual advancement. This canto also gives glorious examples of ladies like Anasuya, Sati, Suniti, Archavigraha, and Vaidarbhi, who were devoted to their husbands with faith. The activities also teach lessons to the disciples in serving their spiritual master. So the transmigration of the conditioned soul due to the subtle body is wonderfully described through the allegorical story of King Puranjana, embedded in various episodes of this canto as wonderful lessons for devotees in regard to positive and negative qualities, pride and anger, Daksha, tolerance, Shiva, disobedience, Sati, responsibility Brahma, harsh speech, Suruchi, patience, Suniti, determination, Dhruva, aspiration, Narada, regret, Uttanapada, envy, Indra, forgiveness, Prithu, dedication, Archi, detachment, Anga, attachment, Prachina, Barhi, and cooperation, the Prachetas. The lineage of Manu, the daughters, the fourth canto Maitreya, continues to describe the family lines of Swayambhu Manu's descendants. Manu had three daughters, Devahuti, Akuti, and Prasuti. So this we need not discuss now because Manu's dynasty, Uttanapada, Priyavrata, 5:1:15, Akuti married Prajapati Ruchi, and they begot Yagna and Dakshina. Yagna and Dakshina are Lakshmi Narayan. Yagna is Narayana and Lakshmi is Dakshina. So the brother and sister only will marry. And Devhuti's 9 daughters married Prajapati Ruchi. They begot Yagna and Dakshina. Devhuti's 9 daughters were married to 9 powerful sages. One of these 9 daughters are Anasuya, married to Atreya, and they begot Dattatreya, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, Soma and Durvasa, and partial expansion of Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, respectively. Prasuti married Prajapati, Daksha, and begot 16 daughters, 13 of which were given to Dharma, and 1 is to Agni, Pitar, and Lord Shiva. Sati married Lord Shiva, but she had no children as she gave up her body prematurely due to conflict between her husband and her father. So Lord Shiva and Daksha Sati. Regarding Sati's premature death, upon the request of Vidura, Maitreya narrated the very instructive episode of Daksha's Yajna, 4.2 to 4.7. Out of pride, envy, and the resultant anger, Daksha blasphemed and offended an exalted personality, Lord Shiva, who exemplified the quality of tolerance, 4.2. In this provoking situation, Daksha later began a sacrifice without inviting Shiva, and Sati desired to attend it anyway. His disobedience to her husband's good advice led to her being dishonored by Daksha, and finally her death, 4.3 and 4. So to rectify the perpetrators by appropriate punishment, Lord Shiva sent Vidarbha with Veerabhadra, who disrupted Daksha's sacrifice and killed him, 4.5. Such are the results of being proud, hard-hearted, and offensive towards the great souls. So Daksha's priests approached Lord Brahma, who very responsibly approached Lord Shiva to appease him, 4.6. Being pleased, noble Shiva, in his mood of forgiveness, restored the sacrifice site and brought Daksha back to life, albeit with a goat's head. Daksha felt grateful and continued his incomplete sacrifice, in which Lord Vishnu appeared and warned Daksha to respect everyone, 4.7. And then line of Adharma will start. Having completed the description of descendants of daughters of Manu, Maitreya briefly describes the lineage of Adharma, irreligion, a son of Brahma. The members of Adharma's family represent unfavorable attitudes in bhakti. The rest of the 4th canto describes the lineage of King Uttanapada, son of Swayambhu Manu, 4.8 to 4.30 with Dhruva Maharaja. So we will not take that now. So what we can see is the 4.2. If you see, while describing the descendants of Swayambhu Manu, Maitreya ended with Daksha hatred towards Lord Shiva, 4.1.66. This evoked a doubt in Vidura. Vidura's inquiries about dissension between Daksha and Shiva. 1 and 2. How could Daksha neglect Sati and hate Lord Shiva? Because Prajapati Daksha is Duhitra Vatsalaha, an affectionate father. Lord Shiva is Silvatam Shrestha, being among the gentle. Charachara Guru, spiritual master for the whole world. Nirvaira, non-envious. Shanta Vigraha, always peaceful. Atma Rama, self-satisfied. Jagato Devatam Mahat, greatest of demigods. 3rd, bitter quarrel. Please tell me how such a son-in-law and father-in-law could quarrel so bitterly that Sati gave up her life. So now Maitreya replies. That is not part of our current discussion. So what we can understand is Lord Shiva is an exemplary character. And Daksha, though he is son of Brahma, is a good person, but he had false ego. That's why he shouted in front of everybody. And Lord Shiva is exemplary character because he just did not reply. He just got up and went away. That is how if somebody is insulting, we should not immediately break and shout and all. Because Srila Prabhupada said, sometimes some reverses happen in our life. Some relative or some friend who has been the best friend, suddenly they stop taking our calls, avoiding our calls, and always keeping engaged. That means they want to avoid. Sometimes they block. So at the time, we are not supposed to shout at them. Then how you can behave like this? Because we have no right to tell anything to anybody, because we should know anybody becoming arrogant with us, it is not anybody can do without Krishna's permission. Krishna's hand is in everything. And Krishna's, without permission, nobody can, even a leaf cannot move. So we should understand that, yes, my brother who was so nice to me, suddenly he is not behaving properly. He doesn't reply my WhatsApp and he doesn't see my WhatsApp. There's no blue tick also. And whenever I call, he will just write a message, I'll call you later. And he never calls. So we should understand that, yes, Krishna wants this punishment through my brother. He's just an instrument. Now we generally say that he's bad. We tell others. So this is a wrong judgment. Because Krishna wanted, without Krishna's permission did not happen. So they are just instruments. They acted whatever Paramatma had told them. So in fact, we should just pray for them. Good, they are cleaning my inside Anta Shuddhikaran through this way. And you should also thank to Krishna. Krishna is so wonderful that, but it's very difficult, easy to preach. When it comes to us, then we will understand the pain. So like this, we should pray for them and we should thank them also, but we cannot go and thank. We can fall at their feet. So this is the utmost. Tolerance means the fruits. Why the tree having more fruits will be more humble. It will be hanging down. The tree without fruit will be just standing on top and getting all the heat and fire and hot. So Trinadapi Sunichana is tolerant, is the humility, and Amanina Manadena. See, these things, if we follow, then automatically we'll get the humility. So what is the utmost thing for us is the 26 qualities of Vaishnava, the Purushottama Masa. 4 days are left. Still we can try how we can get rid of all our ahankara. And so the 26 qualities is not difficult. If we really try to read it, we'll be understanding. Ah, 26 qualities of a Vaishnava. This is written in the 5th canto. He is very kind to everyone. So we should be kind to all. Kind means we should not kill animals. He does not make anyone his enemies. Ajata Satru, like Yudhishthira. He is truthful. Always. Because Krishna is very truthful. And Krishna doesn't like anybody telling lies. He is equal to everyone. No one can find any fault in him. He is magnanimous. He is mild. He is always clean. He is without possessiveness. He works for everyone's benefit. He is very peaceful. He is always surrendered to Krishna. He has no material desires. He is very meek. He is very gentle, humble. He is steady, determination. Getting up in the morning, they'll wake up. He controls his senses. Anya abhilashta shunyam. He does not eat more than required. This I cannot tell. I'm eating. He offers respects to everyone and never expects respect from others. Humility. He does not desire any respect for himself. He is very grave. He is merciful. He is friendly. He is poetic. He is expert and he is silent. So these qualities we should write down and try to see where we stand. We lose only in the false ego that we expect respect from others and we cannot tolerate anything done. We don't see Krishna's hand. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So now, Anil Bhaiya, you can give any expert comments. Sima Gupta Mataji, Vyastan Prabhu, Himangi Mataji.
Haribol, Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Very, you have touched so many things, especially the Vaishnava's qualities now. As far as
very important,
we are in fact glorification of Bhagavatam. In that teaching for us is how to become good Vaishnavas.
Yes.
That is most important. So, listening to the glorification of Bhagavatam, of course, with Krishna in mind, and everyone is Krishna's devotees only, even though they may appear like, so it's like everybody being children, so all children will do. Sorry, I could not I forgot to put the video on. So, like for like father and mother, everybody children, and children will do a lot of mistakes,
Yes.
Same way for Krishna also, everybody children only. So everybody will do a lot of mistakes, and all his devotees like Daksha and everybody. For Krishna, it's a game. It's a play. It's he created the entire universe and so many universes for his pleasure, isn't it?
Yes.
Out of his bliss, out of his that was the creation. Anyway, we being the part of the creation, now what is important for us is to see how we serve the purpose of the creation as far as we are concerned, we being the part of the creation. So Vaishnavas is something we have been asked to develop our personality and spend our time like is advised by Vaishnavas too. So under the guidance of Sadhu Shastra and Guru, we have to live our life, which we are doing, following all the regulated principles and listening to Bhagavatam, studying Bhagavad Gita, trying to practice in life, all those things. So this is very good. So Krishna's, your Vaishnava's 26 qualities which you read I liked very much. Also in between you said you cannot tell this because you are not observing.
Eating.
You said that, right? You're like Bhima, no?
But this time I tried Nirjala, I did too. This month I tried Nirjala, I did, luckily. Ekadashi. The Purushottam Mala. But they said too much.
The most beautiful quality of Bhima is he's very innocent. Always very innocent, like a child, always like child. So his heart is like a child, Bhima. And he is a man with tremendous power. He don't know his own power also. He knows and he don't know that much he said.
No.
So I like that part when you said, which I cannot tell because you are not observing, So you are real Vaishnava. So, very, very nice. And when I was listening, I was thinking of one question. Okay. That you have to tell me why. Answer. When Daksha came Lord Shiva did not get up. What would have happened if Lord Shiva got up? He is a son-in-law. He said, okay, my father-in-law has come. My father has come. Forget law. Father has come. Law is what? This English terminology. I never like, father-in-law, mother-in-law. We never call in our Sanskriti law. Stupid. Most horrible words in law. They are father and mother, isn't it? So if father is come, you understand what is wrong. Why you didn't offer respect? And it is out
No, no.
not respect. It is more than respect. It is love. So if Lord Shiva had done this, of course, maybe Krishna don't want him to do it. So that, as you said, when someone is angry with you, my best friend, our Bhima, Sukhakar, today, tomorrow, he will not stop talking with me, will start shouting at me. I'll say, what's wrong with you? So I have to see the Krishna wants to teach me some lesson through Sukhakar Prabhu, like that. So this I understand. But still, I felt if he would have got up, then all other further problems would have been avoided. He will feel nice, Sati will nice, all those things. Anyway, Haribol.
But what Srila Prabhupada has written, the reply for that,
Yeah.
there was a question at
Yeah.
that time also. He told he is so much absorbed in Srimad Bhagavatam Rasamalayam, he didn't even see who is coming, who is going. He was totally
Haribol.
meditating. It was not
Haribol,
with disrespectfulness he sat.
Yeah.
वो ध्यान मग्न में था तो उनका देखा ही नहीं था. It was not so. Actually, Daksha, Hari, as you said, Krishna wanted this to happen. Then only Sati will go and Veerabhadra will come and cut his neck, and then he will again fall at the feet. Then Daksha understood a mistake. When Chitraketu is such a wonderful devotee, but he just told some comments about Parvati and she got annoyed. So Shiva kept quiet at the time. But I think these are all Krishna wanted somehow Chitraketu to get cursed and go and become Vritrasura and then go back to God. The story jaldi khatam karne ke liye.
Yeah. Haribol.
Real
It is
past
purely for us to learn something and for us to practice. Ultimate purpose is us right now. We are here.
Yes.
Right
For
now
us.
we are here in this world with Tapatre Vinashaya. We are there. So that is the thing. So 26 qualities of Vaishnava, which you said are fantastic, and I must try my best to see how I can come out of all the weaknesses I have and try to learn from you.
All of us.
Haribol.
All of us in the learning process. Thank you, Prabhu. Thanks for your blessings. You came. I'm so happy.
Haribol. Hare Krishna. Let me leave now. I have to do something.
Sure, Prabhu.
Tomorrow I have my subject. So let me go. Haribol.
Thank you, sir. Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai. Ahinsha Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare
Krishna.
Prabhuji, it was a very beautiful class, Prabhuji. How you narrated the story of Shiva, Lord Shiva, and how he beheaded Daksha. Very beautiful, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Himangi Mataji, any question? Usha Walia Didi, Usha Mata.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for this wonderful katha of Lord Shiva, Prabhuji. Very happy to hear. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. I was very happy to see your father-in-law, mother-in-law, wonderful people.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for giving a darshan. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So you got connected me to my daughter also. So wonderful. I know from 1991. Today I saw.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much. Devanjali Mataji, any question? Ajit Gar Prabhu, Mesh Narayan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, wonderful.
Hare Krishna. So your dance class, I'm trying to propagate to others. I send to so many people in Dubai, Africa. Hare Krishna. Mesh Narayan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any point you want to add?
Nothing. Wonderful. Nothing.
Shiva's
Shiva's glory.
Such a tolerant person. His name is Asutosh. He is very easily gets pleased and he gives
Amen.
santosh. Asu means fast. Tosh means santosh. He gives us santosh. He becomes happy. Just milk and bilva patra. So he is the topmost Vaishnava. We are not supposed to fight Shiva and Vishnu. They are same.
Yes, yes. Today I went to Kapaleshwara temple.
Jai.
Today is
Very
Pradoshanam.
awesome.
Yeah.
Auspicious day.
Yes, yes.
Amavasya is coming on 26th, I think my brother had said. I think
16th. No, 16th.
16th, sorry. 16th.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I think we can finish off now because all have gone. Okay, we can just call it off. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. I'll send the recording to
Krishna Krishna Prabhu ki jai.
Guru Maharaj ki jai. Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. सबको मिले वृंदावन धाम. Govardhan ki लाल की जय हो. Raja. Oh, I got a call from Preeti Vilas Mataji. 16th. Thank you. Chaitanya Bhagavata I had to give class. Wednesday. I want you to be there.
Prabhuji,
You are
16th.
my 16th.
And Prabhuji, from that day my exams will start.
Oh, okay. Then
I
you be
try to
there
learn Prabhuji.
because you are a very big motivation. Oh, the Rameswar some program is going on.
Yes.
All the best, Prabhu. Radhe Radhe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Rameswar will come late. He's having some offline program actually.
Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.